Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Husaini bin Mafi'i. My matrix number is 1201237. Today, we would like to present about book's title of Islamic Belief and Institution by H. Lemons. Before we present about book's title, I would like to introduce my group members. Firstly, my group member is Muhammad Atikullah bin Muhammad Nazirin. Secondly, Muhammad Hazim Aidil bin Ishaq. Thirdly, Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Nazam. And lastly, Muhammad Nabil Aiman bin Abdul Razak. Okay, now we go to the introduction. Firstly, Islamic Belief and Institution is a book by H. Lemon, S.J. This book contains extensive research on the history and evolution of Islam. It addresses many topics of Islam, including population, religion, the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran, it means the sacred book of Islam, and many others. Besides that, the portrait of Islam's religion, culture, history, and civilization painted by Orientalists, which will always contain error. One of the reasons we choose this book as a reference is that we believe it casts doubt on Islam and the Muslim who surrounds. Therefore, studying Orientalism is also a necessity of Muslim for the purpose of studying and analyzing the attitude of non-Muslim about Islam, the Quran, prophethood, and scholarly Muslims. It is the duty of Muslims to know the opinion of others on the teaching of Islam, and it's their right to examine such views and evolution critically. Other than that, Muslims have responsibility toward establishing a peaceful community by advancing their personal advancement in accordance with Islamic value. In order to compete with Westerners, Muslims must likewise work to advance their knowledge, particularly in the field of science and technology.
And then, next about short biography of the author. Henry Lemons, Jan 1 July 1862 until Beirut 20 April 1937, Jesuit and Islamic historian. Henry Lemons was born in Jan on 1 July 1862, the son of Welsh laborer Bernardus Lemons and Joanna Livina Van Denest. His father is an alcoholic who abandons his wife and 6 other children when Lemons is a youngster. Despite his humble origins, one of Lemons' elementary school teachers in Jan discovers his obvious brilliance and gets him admitted to the Jesuit-run apostolic school in Tonhap, a missionary training ground. Lemons rapidly lived up to the reputation of the school. He travels to Lebanon in March 1877 at the age of 15 and joins the Societas Jesu on July 23, 1878. This order has been present in the region since 1831, following its resuscitation in 1814. Lemons attends the Jesuit College of Beirut in 1878 and completes his novitiate at a convent north of Beirut for the following 2 years. He returns to Mount Lebanon's capital in 1881 to study rhetoric at the Jesuit University Saint Joseph, moving to a degree in philosophy 2 years later. During the years, Lemons gains a true understanding of the Arabic language, which he later teach at the Jesuit College between 1886 and 1891. During the years, he publishes his first works, mostly philological in character, the most productive of which is a textbook for French students of Arabic in 1891.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hazim Aidi Isa. My number metric 1201233. Now I will present to you a summary of the book Islam Belief and Institution by H. Lemnes. This book a very clear, concise book of Islam in belief and institution. Describes the who from of Islam and is quoted in a very organized manner. Firstly, the cradle of Islam, pre-Islamic Arabia. The Hijaz is the climate of this province is tropical and the heat oppressive except in certain mountainous regions situated on border of Najd and of Yemen. In this region is a picture district where the town of Taif stands about 1,500 meter high. The Nefert is a popular misconception to image Arabia as buried under a shroud of moving sands. The consists of range of white or reddish sand dunes covering an area of hundreds of square miles and sometimes attaining a height of over 150 feet. Next, the oases have the aspect of a broken and hilly country, interspersed with barren steppes except after the winter rains. The principal ones going from north to south are Tabuk, Taima, Al-Ola, Fada, Medina, and Khaybar. Next, population and religion. The Bedouins is a population divided into two classes. It is the Bedouins nomad shepherds and the settled people who were once Bedouin. Language, custom, and religion are everywhere the same. The Bedouin is the great population when they are in the proportion of 83%. They have own Arabic language and pottery, also have Bedouin character. And they also study about Sirah and Hadith. By examining the oldest monument of Bedouin literature, there is no trace of real religious preoccupation. Number 2, Muhammad, the founder of Islam. Muhammad came of a good family that of the Hashemites, which belonged to what one might call the citizen aristocracy, but had fallen on evil days. At Mecca, Muhammad's enemies alleged these origins and the lowliness of his social station as arguments against his prophetic mission. He married a wealthy Meccan widow Khadijah at a very mature age, and he was over 40 years of age. Next, first preaching, he began to preach his new faith at first in an atmosphere of indifference, but soon in face of the hostility of the spectacle Meccans, his social demands of behalf of the poor irritated the rich, the oppressors of the weak. Next, field migration. The prophet was soon convinced of the impossibility of converting his fellow citizens to Islam. However, his steadfastness was unwavering, as was his faith in his mission, which he had from to the end. At Medina, some hundred of Medians readily accepted the new doctrine. Some Muslims of Mecca had gone before the Master to Medina. They and their fellow citizens who later followed their example are designated by the same of Muhajir. Then last success, Muhammad then set out from Mecca and the day of Hunayn to disperse the strong coalition of the Bedouin tribes. It revived the spirit of the party and the strife between Medina and Mecca, which could only be extinguished by the strong personality and prestige of the Lord. Nothing has been arranged beforehand about his replacement, nor the future of the Muslim community.
Strength and weakness of the book. After studying overall of the book, there are a few pros and cons that should be highlighted. In this part, we will be discussing on the strengths and weaknesses of the book. One of the strengths that we notice from this book is the author arranged every single point in an understandable way. Starting from the situation of the Arabs population and culture before Islam came until the rising of the Islamic civilization. We could clearly imagine the history of Islam that changed the old world of the Arabs that has been mentioned by the author, where the Arabs are known for their bad hospitality, full of egoistic, self-seeking, and with a heart closed to altruistic sentiments. The safety of the Arabs is also explained well, that they are surrounded with Bedouins who has no scruple feeling in robbing a traveler straight without an official protector into the territory of his tribe. They also had instinctive horror of bloodshed, which means killing is a normal thing for the Arabs before the arrival of Islam. After that, the author started the story of the founder of Islam, which is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He narrated the facts how the struggle and failures that Prophet Muhammad faced to gain success in spreading Islam to the entire world. The author also described the details of the religion, such as the Holy Quran, the 5 pillars of Islam, and the Sunnah. There are also some cons in this book. First of all, the data from this book is just stated in words. It suggests that it may be clearer if the author could add some graphics like charts of the population of the Arabs by religions, or maps that shows the real geographic position of the Hijaz, Baghdad, Medina, Mecca, and other places that has been mentioned in the book. This is because not all readers had gone to those places. Thus, they may have difficulty to visualize those things in their mind, and having those difficulty will give a hard time for them to search for another sources to refer to. Thank you.
A very comprehensive, complete research on historical aspects of Islam belief and institution. In this book, Laman is primarily concerned with the problem of Muhammad's personality and purported career, one of central issues of Islamic history. He argues that Muhammad's career must be considered within the context of the urban and mercantile society of 17th century Mecca and reject the idea that Islam was first simply the creation of nomadic environment. This book attempts to understand the rise and prodigious growth of the Prophet influenced by a penetrating and dispassionate study of the condition in Arabia at the remote period. The event in Muhammad's life, the Quran, the Sunnah and Islamic law, is explained the cause of the origin and further evolution of the mystic, sectarian and reformist movement which have shaped the belief and institution that are current among the Muslims. Hence, this book will be of immense help to those who want to understand Islam.
And then this is a poster from our group about Henry Lemons from article Islam Belief and Institution. That's all from us. Thank you.